Hi quilters, I'm Joyce Grandy with Material Girls of Florida, and this is my Christmas Quilting in July Part 3 video. I plan on doing a total of 4 Christmas videos in July, so if you're new here, be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when I post a new video. This table runner is a free pattern available as an instant download in the description below. It is 16 by 14 and can be made larger just by adding more blocks. It's all half square triangles, scrap friendly, and goes together quickly and easily. You could do this all scrappy with lots of different greens and reds and a light colored background. Just pick a high contrast fabric for the center pole. In this example, I'll zoom in later, it's the polka dot is the pole. In this video, I'm going to demo the technique I use to make the half square triangle blocks just 2 at a time, so you can do a scrappy version pretty easily. So let's get to it. So this is how we're going to do the half square triangles for this particular project. I'm starting with 2 5-inch squares. One is the green and one is the background. And on the lightest color one, I'm going to use one of these little tools. They're called, a magic wand or some other names. I'll put a few links in the description below. But the idea with this tool is you don't mark the center, you mark the sew line. So I'm just going to use my Frixion pen to mark each side of this little ruler, and it's exactly 1/2 of an inch. So there we go. You can see pretty good, hopefully. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on the marks of that line. There we go. And then I would sew these two together, and I would sew on the drawn line. It's much more accurate if you don't rely on your presser foot to get 1/4 of an inch, if that makes sense. For some reason, I will not have to trim these. They will come out pretty perfect. And here is one already sewn. So I sew this on the line. You can still see the mark because I haven't ironed it. And then I'm going to cut it apart. Now, it's so flexible, I don't even need to use my rotary cutter. I can just take a pair of scissors, eyeball it down the center, and then press it open towards the dark side, always towards the darker side, I should say. Even if it's not a dark side, there's always a darker side. Here we go. And then let me show you, it finishes at 4.5 inches every time. So you would cut off the little ears, but it's pretty perfect that way, and you don't have to go through and trim them. So here's the finished quilt, and you can see, the finished table runner. I just did straight line quilting. I used, my machine has this heavy stitch that kind of sort of looks like hand stitching, not really, but it was just something different, and I did a few of those in between. I didn't spend a lot of time on the quilting. I just wanted it to lay nice and flat, and it needs quilting to lay nice and flat. So that's this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it and you'll give me a thumbs up. Happy quilting!